deep bow in Namaste. It has been a minute since I have been here and recorded a video. It feels like years. It feels like so many years have passed since I've done this, but realistically it's probably like 2 or 3 months. But 1 month feels like a year sometimes, right? So much change, so much transformation. And today is the day. I've finally got myself together. I've finally found and carved out this space for you to share the 2019 overview. Now, of course, it's the most divine, perfect day. It is the Chinese New Year today. Happy day of the ping. And I will be talking a little bit about that energy today. Also, happy new moon in Aquarius. So the new moon has already perfected earlier this morning here in Brisbane, and she feels luscious and insightful and innovative, and she is the quirky genius. Aquarius, Uranus is God. It is the heavens. It is information coming in, you know. The water bearer, do you know the symbol of that water bearer being poured into the crown chakra for Aquarius is all infinite universal knowledge, wisdom, potential. They're getting that poured into their crown chakra. And Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is the divine god, electric, eccentric, innovative. One of my favorite planets. I can't pick, but it's definitely one of my top few. I love Uranus, and this energy feels electric, and it's the first Aquarius new moon that we've had in 18 months that hasn't been shadowed with the South Node. The South Node was in Aquarius for 18 months, and we've moved out of that. So hopefully all of your karmic decks around individuality are clear. I mean, what I wrote earlier today, I've been still taking notes this morning. I've got pages of notes to get through today. So I highly recommend grabbing a cuppa, putting your feet up, maybe just listening to me, because there's so much to share. And yeah, and what I wrote this morning was, with this new moon in Aquarius today, at a midpoint of 15 degrees, so right smack bang in the middle, which holds its own potential and which is all really about balance. And interestingly enough, I've pulled 2 cards for the month, and you'll see. You can't make this shit up, right? So it's the first Aquarian new moon without that South Node, yeah? The shadow of the South Node being the past, what's comfortable, karma. And what I wrote here is, hopefully those decks have been cleared in 18 months. You were able to let go of what I'm calling the sheep mentality, the minion mentality, and become sovereign. And that is what this new moon is about. You are sovereign, or you are a sheep. And this sets up the energy for the entire year through until January next year, because this is the Chinese New Year. I very much revel in the Chinese New Year. It feels really potent for me. January 1, not so much. Obviously, the astrological New Year for me is amazing, and that happens in March. So this is like a new beginning. Again, a new beginning again, begin again, yeah? And this 2019 is about being really honest with yourself. We have so much earth energy that structures are crumbling, things are falling, relationships are breaking down, governments are breaking down. We're seeing it everywhere. And crazily enough, so interestingly, this weekend there was quite some volatile stuff going on astrologically. I had an amazing weekend, but weirdly enough, the Brisbane airport shut down because something weird happened with the suspected bomb and stuff like that. I don't think it actually was, but I just found it fascinating. I screenshotted the astrology chart of that moment. My husband read it out from Twitter. He reads stuff on Twitter, and yeah, I just found it so interesting. Everything is divinely orchestrated constantly. There is no such thing as a coincidence. The synchronicity is out of this world already. This is the new earth that we are in. And That is why sovereignty and the past 18 months has been about you stepping into your individuality, Leo, shining. We know that the sun shines no matter what. You know, he doesn't care. You know, even if it's pouring down rain, he's still shining. So the Leo energy was about stepping into your individuality and getting away from mainstream mentality. I mean, I've never been in there, and I have an Aquarius North Node in my chart, so I've sort of surpassed all of that stuff. I don't think there was anything to surpass for me, but being original and being who I am is the only actual thing genuinely I know how to do. I don't know. People go, oh, they hide parts of themselves. Oh, I better not, you know, read a particular book because people might judge me, or I can't show my true self in all situations. That has never been a problem for me. That's actually the only thing I know how to do. So this Aquarian new moon for me does feel like a bit of a rocket blaster. And this is what it's asking you of today. So I will definitely be uploading this today so that you can tap into this energy over the next maybe 24 hours-ish, yeah? But ultimately, 2018 was the prequel to 2019. I have said that 2019 we reincarnate, but we can't reincarnate if we haven't done the work. We can't reincarnate if we haven't walked through the fucking fire, right? A lot of energy and a lot of stuff this year may be a repeat of 2018. So I say awareness. Arm yourself with awareness. Know who you are. Self-mastery is the key this year. Self-mastery will be the gold for you this year, will be the treasure. So everything I'm going to share with you today is all about, oh, and there's a dragonfly right there. And, you know, I opened that whole window right up and I had it closed and I had it open. Look, I've been fluffing about for like half an hour trying to do this. Been writing notes, getting sunflowers, putting my aircon on, because I'm already, you know, I'm a volcano when I channel. So, yeah, so hello, dragonfly, letting go. Let's just take a breath. Just get ready to be open, and I don't know how long this will go for, maybe an hour, so you can watch it in a few parts or whatever you feel. But I'll be sharing lots: numerology, Chinese New Year, liquid crystals that I've channeled, astrology stuff. I'm also sort of wanting to tap into this month, so I might do that now. Ultimately, really, really briefly. And today is what I wanted to tap into. So ultimately, today is the new moon and it's the Chinese New Year of the Piggy Pig. And auspiciously for the Chinese today, they do certain things and they don't do certain things. Look, obviously I'm not Chinese, so there's only a respect, and I just like to read about what they do and they don't do. So there's certain things like they say you shouldn't sweep because you're sweeping away the wealth, that you shouldn't wash your hair or your clothes because you're washing away luck. But all I know is, and so they're really cool, like it says don't cry, so maybe don't cry. There was lots of crying yesterday in the build-up, the dark moon. I had my middle daughter going through some stuff, so then she's got an Aquarian ascendant, so that moon was in her 12th house. So these are the things that when you know who you are and you understand your children and yourself and your chart, you can, there is like 8 million things going on out there, birds and dragonflies and nature, how I love Pachamama. But one thing I know for sure for today, for me, and what I've always said on New Year's Day, as in January 1, but also on the Chinese New Year's Day, which is today, what you do matters. What you do today really matters. Actually, what you do every day really matters. And I'm not into luck and stuff like that. I don't believe in any of that sort of stuff, or superstitious or anything. I just feel that it's a pertinent day of new. And today's also a number 10 day, which is a 1 and a 0. So it's an amplified brand new beginning. The 1 equals self, independence, pioneer, intentions. Who are you? What do you want? What seeds are you planting for the next 12 months of this lunar, Chinese lunar New Year cycle? And the 0 amplifies that. And So again, perfect. The pig is the 12th sign of the zodiac. So let's have a little bit of a talk about him right now. I've literally got like 10 pages of notes. So this earth pig that we are just about to experience, and it's an earth pig. The earth pig in particular hasn't happened for 60 years. Obviously 12 years ago there was the pig as well, but it was a different element. So this year is the earth pig, and we are in the heaviest of earth energies that we have been in since the 1500s. This energy is enormous. It is ridiculously big, and wait until you even know what the 2019 crystal is, and then the 3 that I channeled for the year. Like, ridiculous. The earth energy here is, it's going to feel heavy for some people. Structures are falling. Everything is crumbling. It's literally, I've got that song, I feel the earth move under my feet. And I mean, we're having floods here in Australia, really bad ones in Townsville, where I have a beautiful friend and I've been sending her lots of love. There is a lot of stuff going on with the earth, and that is only going to actually amplify with Uranus, the planet of chaos and revolution, moving into Taurus, which is a fixed earth sign. So lots of earth stuff. Then we have the earth pig. Okay, so it is about being grounded, knowing who you are, and being the pillar of your own life this year. If you are feeling unanchored or lost, some of the crystals that I will share with you will be really beautiful and perfect to work with through this year. So the earth pig is a symbol of wealth and good fortune. I just think of the pig. He's fat and he's happy and he's laughing and he's rolling around in mud. There is an element of joy this year and lightness. There is. That can't be denied. We have Jupiter in his home sign of Sagittarius. Now, this is abundant, expansive, guru stuff, yeah? And then we have this pig who is happy and rolling around in mud and generous and gregarious, and those two feel really similar to me. And then the darker side of that is obviously excess and gluttony, right? So I just think that the earth pig is going to be an amazing year. Ultimately, it is about communication too, which we're in a numerological 3-year this year. So that's also perfect. It's always perfect. So ultimately, a few little tips for the earth pig is to be realistic. Realism will get you success. Realism will help you to achieve your goals, because there is still an element with Jupiter and Neptune making three squares this year to unrealism, to deception, to lying to yourself. And that's why truth and self-mastery this year are the keys. It's a year to be organised, strategized, your business skills will be heightened. It's solid. It's a solid year. Some people might, purchase a new home, move home. It's foundation stuff. The pig doesn't move from the ground. If we all go to the ground and lay on the ground, we are one with the earth, and that is what the pig is. And with Uranus moving into an earth sign and into Taurus, which hasn't happened for 80 years, again, we've got the earth there. It's about the earth. There is no more years like this year than earth energy, huge. We are not going to ever in our lives see Pluto, Saturn, South Node, Jupiter from the end of this year, all in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus in an earth pig. We won't have another earth pig year for 60 more years, and we haven't had all of those planets in Capricorn since the 1500s. So we are in times like no other. I don't know about you, but backflipping, like I feel amazing. I feel like pig, a happy, rolling around Buddha, because I think of the pig as a Buddha. This is about living your happiest life, enjoying life. It's very festive. It's a festive, fun energy. The words I've got here are joy, relaxation, benevolence, calm, relaxed, lightness, which works very perfectly with Jupiter and Sag as well. It's about achieving goals, being responsible, affectionate, faithful, popular. The year of the pig will bring affluence and wealth, great focus and connection, carefree, happy, warm, family time, open, being open to receiving. Innovation, compassion, generosity, energetic, patience, new friendships being made. And what I've said here is spend real time with real people and develop real connections. That to me is really pertinent and been on my craving list for 2019, that's for sure. 2019, we reincarnate. This is a rewriting and a restructuring of our future. We literally are moving into a new frequency, a new earth, and trust is a key here. To let go and surrender and trust. Everyone's good at making intentions and writing new moon intentions and you know, rarely seeing them manifest, because there has to be an element of surrender and letting go. So it's we intend and we desire and we write our intentions. Then there has to be a surrender, and then there has to be a receive. And it's the surrender part that can be difficult. So trusting is pertinent this year. Trusting in yourself, in your own knowledge, in your own beliefs, coming back to yourself and knowing thyself, the greatest privilege that there is, I tell you. These are the keys that will keep you strong this year. You know, we think of a foundation, and it needs to be strong to hold up a house or to hold up a relationship or to hold up yourself. And the spiritual entertainment industry is falling because so much of it is built on sand. No work being done, regurgitating a whole lot of information that isn't integrated, going to abundance of workshops and seminars and investing money to make money and all this sort of stuff, but nothing real's being done every single day. And I'm actually going to develop an online course at some point when I get a chance, in amongst everything else I'm doing, about everyday enlightenment is what it is. It's the everyday stuff that matters. And then you are in alignment with the universe every day, not just when you're manifesting or at a workshop or with your tribe, literally every day. Powerful stuff in that. So I've said here, strip it back. Simplicity is key. Where there is complication, there is ego. Where there is simplicity, there is God. Yeah? Whatever is complicated with all the rules and the spiritual jargon and the this and the that, you need to clean your crystals like this, and you need to go to the 8 million seminars, you need to be a master of freaking Reiki. No, you don't. None of that stuff matters. Drinking fluorinated water, eating blah, 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 the preservatives, the dairy, the vegan, that is all white noise, my friends. That is all white noise. And yes, I'm aware and I have respect for animals and I understand. I'm not a part of the government. I'm not a part of society. But if what you eat is the only description you've got for yourself, you've lost the point. That is all white noise to keep you distracted from soul, to keep you distracted from self, to keep you distracted from you being the guru of your own life, you being God, and you connecting to the universe and seeing signs, hundreds of them every day. Hundreds. Thank you is my mantra, yeah? That is what I say every day 1,000,000 times, because every single thing means something and means nothing. There is no attachment here, yet we are one with it all. But when we're caught up in the, oh, you need to eat this and you need to do this and don't immunize, don't eat meat, like water, not water, fluoride, there's just so much. It's all a distraction. And so this year, my keys are to strip it back. Simplicity. Listen to your own soul. Listen to your own soul. Feel that. Listen to her, listen to him. There is the magic, right there. Not what everyone else is telling you to do, even me. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not even telling you to listen to me. I'm saying listen to you. Know yourself. Get away from all the noise. Get away from everyone telling you what's right and what's wrong. Figure that out for yourself. Becoming sovereign. Remember, this Aquarius stuff, sovereign or sheep. This is a time to rise, to heal, to move forward. We are in times where everything leading to this point is the past. It's gone. It's old story. And while, yes, of course, there is room for story sometimes, we like to share women talking about birth, our relationship with our mothers, or whatever it is. Yeah, I've just done a circle around that. So obviously that's, you know, smack bang on my mind. But the thing is that we must now let go of the past and rewrite the future. No longer does the past even count. Those stories, those prisons, those beliefs, whatever is not serving you anymore, this is the time to let it go, because being very real, this earth energy is going to shake people up, shake them awake, and it's sort of change or be changed. Yeah, if you don't do it with your own initiative, it will happen anyway. We've got the whole evolve or repeat, let go or be dragged. It couldn't be stronger this year leading up to 2020. The next few years are massive, but this year with all this Capricorn energy, Capricorn is the devil, my friends. Saturn, Cronus, eats his own children. This is the mythology, right? So I love Saturn. Of course, I've married a Capricorn, but I love Saturn. Saturn feels at home for me. It's realistic, it's responsible, it's tenacious, it's pragmatic, it's practical. And that is why the spiritual community will crumble, and is, because so much of it's built on just ideas, not a real practice, not real work, not real walking through the fire, reading some books, going to some workshops, meditating with some crystals, but you strip that all back and it's just you, and then what? Then how powerful are you without everything else? That's what this energy is about. Saturn wants you to succeed. I love Saturn. He's my favorite. He's in my 12th house, so very, very connected to the universe. And that is, it's about practical magic. God damn it. You know, it's alchemy. It's practical magic. That is what Saturn is. So this energy is going to hurt for some people, because Saturn and Pluto together, this is huge. This is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years that this hasn't happened. These guys together will destroy every untruth that you are, will destroy every untruth that you live. So knowing every nook and cranny of who you are is vital. It is vital. Diving deep into that, this is the purge, this is the awakening time. And for some of you, maybe we've been doing this stuff for a long time, the work. So this feels exciting to me, because you know, the world can start waking up now and knowing who they are, because that's really what this is about. No more lies, no more facades, no more hiding, you know, your crystals because you don't want your co-workers to see. I mean, I don't understand that in any framework of my mind, but that's just me. That's my chart. Authenticity shines through anyway, so we can never hide who we are. Authenticity always wins, guys, always. And the veils are thin. We can see through shit. We can see through the talkers. We can see through it all. People who aren't doing the work on themselves yet want to help other people, It's missing the point here. Yeah. Judgmental people telling people how to live, and if you're not, the whole vegan thing makes me laugh, because vegans saying that because they don't eat meat, they're at a higher frequency. God, that's so much wind blowing up my ass. Seriously. If you believe that, you need to do some work, some real work. I feel different because I am different, and I am having a very, very powerful transit in my chart, one that everyone around my age, so if you're between 37, 38, 36 to 39-ish, we're having Pluto, the planet of death and resurrection and destroying and fierce knowing of the underworld. Pluto is Hades, man. It's the underworld. We are having Pluto in the sky squaring our own Pluto, which is a square in an astrology chart is what's a tense aspect, but you cannot build a structure without a 90-degree angle, can you? The walls are all built from that. So there is a push. And if people have surpassed this and didn't pull into their power, they're going to be in their early 40s, probably a bit on struggle street right now with their own power, because a few years ago they had this opportunity to stand up, to be fierce and to come into their own. And that is what, I mean, I've always been that, but I am feeling more like myself than I have ever felt before. Fierce, no bars hold, gentle, open. And like, the biggest thing for me is that my heart is open, man. Like, it's a sea of love for me. My life is a sea of fucking love, man. But I've got huge fences. I've got big boundaries. Not to keep people out, but just to hold my own energy. And this is what has changed for me. There is a groundedness and solidness that feels so strong underneath my feet. It's always been within me, but this energy this year, we are actually being able to alchemize and physicalize exactly who we are. So when things start to fall apart without you, what's going on within you? Everything that happens without is going on within. And that's why you can see someone's life, not by what they say, but by what's happening in their life all the time. And that is why right now, and especially for the next, what have I said here? I haven't even gotten to anything, have I? Especially for the next 12 days. 12 days. I'm going to say it. 12 days. Chiron, the wounded healer, but the alchemist, the maverick of the zodiac. I love Chiron. I am Chiron. He is on top of my sun. He takes responsibility for his own healing. He chooses to heal. And that is why I am Chiron, right? But Chiron is spending these last 12 days in Pisces, where he has been for 7 or 8 years. Pisces has brought the spiritual to opened everyone's spirituality. I mean, seeing astrology just pick up, selling out my courses, and, I'm booked up until April with astrology chart readings. It's coming out. People want to know who they are so they can direct their life on their own terms, their own conditions, with no rules. That is what astrology gives you. Astrology gives you freedom and liberation to be who you really are, because it's all there written down. And whatever's happening in the sky right now is happening in your chart. It is activating your chart. And that's why you want to know this shit, man. I couldn't live without knowing it. But for the next 12 days, as Chiron is on the 29th degree of Pisces, that is the last degree of the zodiac. That is death. That is endings. That is release. That is purging. That is letting go. And we've been in this dark moon for 2 weeks. And now she pops over and she's going to start to wax. She's going to start to grow now. And for 2 weeks, we've been in a purging dark moon space. What have you been doing with that since the lunar eclipse in Leo, right? 2 weeks ago. How have you been navigating your last 2 weeks? Have you been letting go and releasing and not holding on? This year will push you to your edge. Next year, that edge is a cliff and you're flying or you're falling. This year is leading you there, and she is pushing you there. Saturn and Pluto coming together. We won't see this happen again for another 37 years, and it won't be in Capricorn. Capricorn wants you to succeed, and that's why I love Saturn. Saturn is practical friggin' magic, man. You can be an alchemist and a maverick, but you have to go through fire. You have to do the work. And with Pluto there, I've talked so much about Pluto, and that is because that is what this year is building for. I mean, we are already in the conjunction now, and it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then Saturn retrogrades and it moves away a little bit, and then come the early 2020, kapow, baby, kapow. So these 12 more days, as yes, Chiron in Pisces has given us this beautiful spiritual connection that has opened up and transcended into maybe everyday households. And just, you should see my daughter's journal for high school. I'm not shitting you. Every single week, there's an end bit with, like, you know, what actions did I take this week? What am I grateful for? What did I try? There's an affirmation. So there's one whole page at each week dedicated to like 5 or 10 things that I would give clients. I read it out, and Indy, because she's in year 7, first year of high school, and she went, oh, no one does that, Mum. And I said, but you're going to, because this is what sets you up for that connection. And that my antenna is so heightened at the moment. I don't know about yours, but everything I want, I get. And my frequency is so high. It is so, yeah, you can feel that. But yeah, this school that she's going to is like, it's an Aquarian school. We are going into the Aquarian age. Come mid-2020s, we are moving into Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, you know, Jupiter will be in Aquarius at the end of 2020. Like, this is big stuff, right? We're moving in, and this school is amazing. But this journal, to see that, it nearly brought me to tears. I was like, this Pisces energy has infiltrated systems, which I think is profound. It's also led to being a martyr and being a victim. If Chiron is the wound and Pisces is the victim, poor me, right? Poor me syndrome. It goes on everywhere. Poor me, that person, my past, I'm hurting, all of it. I'm not trying to be irreverent. I get grief, I get pain, of course, but never have I been a victim, and that's probably because I've got Chiron on my, I've never, ever once in my life said, why me? Why has this happened to me, ever? Not when I had a car accident, not when my father died, not when I was pregnant at 16, not when I was homeless, none. And this Pisces energy it's going to be such a relief when Chiron moves into Aries, the warrior, the independent warrior who wants to get shit done, move forward, be a pioneer in their own life, not blame other people, just get it done, get moving. And Chiron moving into Aries on Feb 17th. What a day that's going to be. I don't know what you're doing. I'm actually going to be in Melbourne. And freak, man, this is 50 years in the making. This is exciting. This is such exciting stuff. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is the beginning. We start again. There is so much beginning sort of energy at the moment too. We're starting again, begin again. I love, there's an amazing song called Begin Again. It's a Triple J song. I can't remember who sings it. Anyway, she says begin again, and it's about the sun and the moon and starting again. It's incredible. I love it. I cry every time I sing it. I can't remember it at the moment. I haven't heard it in like 18 months. But yeah, so we've got 12 more days. The 29th degree of Pisces is the end. This is the literal end of the entire zodiac, right? This is huge. So this is what's happening in February. I've gone on like a million different tangents and I've got so much to share, but that's okay because we're here. Let's do this. January was our purge month. Let's be honest, we had to reset. It was eclipses. I won't talk too much about it because it's been and it's gone and it's the past. That's what we're not living in anymore, is the past. But it definitely set a tone. I loved January. January was amazing. I was friggin' productive as fuck. I got so much done. I spent magic time with my family and some friends and the ocean, and it was just a divine month for me. What I loved about this eclipse month was the whole Kondo thing, you know, Marie Kondo's stuff coming out. I do this stuff really regularly, but I do love her take on the joy thing. I loved that, of course, because I'm a double peridot, bringer of joy. So I loved that so much. And interestingly enough, the South Node was being activated in that very first new moon eclipse of Capricorn. So I just want to touch on this really quickly because it was so interesting that she's come in. You know, most people sort of January or December have gotten this. So, you know, I know a few friends who have been doing this sort of stuff, the Kondo stuff, for years. It was the first time I'd heard of it, so I went and binge watched the whole series as well. It wasn't life-changing for me, but I did love it. It was really, really interesting. I've never lived like that. I don't have a lot of stuff, but I'd already done it prior to watching it. I'd done all of my journals and diaries and papers. I did my clothes months ago. I do my clothes regularly. And so, but what it gave us in January was a big purge. That new moon eclipse in Capricorn was actually a South Node eclipse. So in my circle, it wasn't actually just about planting new seeds. It was actually about looking at the dark, looking at the fears, the release, what you're holding on to. Capricorn energy is control, yeah? So where do you have control? Of yourself, your life, of other people, if things aren't, you know, turning out the way you want to turn out. Like I said, this year, strip it back, simplicity and trust. They will be your greatest friends. Control will hurt you. It will hinder you. It will not help you. So at the moment, we still have all of the planets direct. Mars is in his home sign. We have a lot of energy of planets in their home signs, which amplifies everything. Saturn in Capricorn, he's at home. It's been 30 years since this happened. Jupiter in Sag, 12 years. Pisces in Neptune, Mars in Aries. Now, Mars in Aries only comes around every 2 years, and he will be moving into Taurus mid-month as well. So there's a couple of changes this month. Chiron moving into Aries and Mars moving into Taurus. And also, really generally, February is Kunzite month. Now, I didn't even bring my book thing to show you. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, here it is. Let me show you. So this beautiful journal that I created, the Energy Navigation Kit. This is the 2019 Energy Survival Kit, and it is 10% off still at the moment, guys. 10%, and you print it up, and it's the whole year. Now, it gives you tips and tools and monthly reflections and a 12-month reading. And if you've got yours and you haven't done a 12-month reading for January to December, feel free to do one for this Chinese New Year from February to January, yeah? But each month shows you the crystals. So we go into February, and February is Kunzite month. So we've got a beautiful piece of Kunzite there. February is Kunzite month. It's about heart activation. It's actually about rewriting the past of the heart, like rechanging and rewiring the old beliefs or old conditions you have around the heart center. So if you are still, you know, trapped or hurting around an old love, or you're still closed in your heart chakra because of something that has happened, taking Kunzite will drop that for you. She drops the armor for you to be in full flourishment of your own heart center. So what I've written here is Kunzite. Kunzite helps you to release anything heavy in the heart from the past. It activates the heart chakra powerfully, even changing the behavior of the heart. That's what she does. She's a magic. It helps to keep the heart clear, balanced, open, and secure. Kunzite assists you in embracing kindness, forgiveness, unconditional love, and peace. A delicious energy, and so in alignment with Valentine's Day, of course, being this month. And I wrote, I love love. So Each month I give you the crystal, there's the totem animal, the moons of the month. I've written a quote for each month, and this month from Danielle Laporte, the quote is, put your preferences on the altar of your life and say this. This is what compels me. One of my favourite quotes from her. So check that out. You can go onto tiani.com.au and go in there and enter the discount code 10 and then written PERCENT in capital letters. I wish you were all just sitting in front of me because we could have our feet up, drink cups of tea, chat, but I'll get this done here. This year we have no Mars or Venus retrogrades. That was a huge year last year of Mars and Venus retrograde. It changed many relationships. It broke down many marriages. It actually solidified many marriages. It helped show you your worth, your value, and what it was all about was balancing the masculine and feminine energies. Mars is male and Venus is female. Powerful year. We don't have any Mars or Venus retrograde, but we have them both happening next year. And Mars is actually going to be retrograding and spending 6 of the 12 months in his home sign of Aries, he is huge. I did look at the ephemeris and see that. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure I did. I've looked at a lot of stuff. That's all I'm ever doing is looking at astrology. So I've said here, foundations will crumble at 2019, ready or not. Become conscious, become awake, become aware, become the creator of your own life. Like I said, evolve or repeat, grow or be forced to, let go or be dragged. It is truth or treachery this year, babies. Truth or treachery. The truth doesn't give a fuck what your opinion is. The truth always wins. And Pluto is the truth. He will destroy until he gets to the truth. So this year of purging, of refinding who you are, rediscovering, refinding, that's not a great word, rediscovering who you are, taking the layers of shit off, the rules, the old ways, the old beliefs. Jupiter in Sagittarius this year is about new beliefs. Let's talk a little bit about him, yeah? Jupiter in Sagittarius this year is about rewriting new beliefs, overhauling and overviewing your full belief system. Jupiter is the bridge to materialize all you desire. Again, this year is about materializing and bringing into physical form everything you vibrate to, everything you think, everything you say, everything you do, all of your actions, all of your feelings. The universe is a secret spy, and you cannot run from yourself. And I always go back to that song that I wrote for Brandon Bays when I was doing all the journey work, when I was 20, 21. And the first line of the song is, if you try and run from the truth, it will find you and look you in the face. And that is what this year is about, facing yourself over and over and over and over again. Yeah? I am so excited about all of this. This is amazing stuff. So this, like I said earlier, ask, surrender, receive. The surrender part. Sometimes for some people it's the receiving part because they have an idea or an expectation. Well, it must look like this. And if it doesn't look like this, it's not true, right? So that within itself is the lie. That's the facade. That's the distraction. That's the white noise taking you away from what the universe is actually gifting you, because you're not receiving what it's gifting you because you want it in a different way. You expect it in a different way. One of my favorite lines is expect nothing and appreciate everything. Come back, strip it back. Let go of the expectations. Allow Jupiter in Sagittarius to materialize, to be that bridge, to materialize what it is you do want to bring into reality, to earth and to anchor. It's about discipline, flow, yeah? So Jupiter in Sag is new visions, a new future, broad visions, expanding your mind, expanding your heart, expanding in everything you do. I've said here, know that I am God. Know that I am my own guru. This is about a quest, a self-seeking quest of knowledge. This is you coming home to yourself. We will not have Jupiter in Sagittarius again for 12 more years. And when he is there in 12 more years, Neptune will not be in her home sign of Pisces. Saturn will not be in the home sign of Capricorn. This is what makes this year something else, because of the magic of all of these planets being in their home signs. They're happy, they're strong. There is a push that you will not get again, ever, ever, ever. I'm actually saying that, ever. Do not miss the opportunities of who you are, of what you're creating, of co-creating with the universe this year. Because once it is gone, it is gone. We will not see, everything's a cycle in astrology, so we will not see this same cycle again, yeah? So I say, opened your mind wide. And as I've been saying, my heart is open and my wings are wide, yeah? That has been my little quote for the past couple of years that I've been working with. So this year there is definitely, with Jupiter and Sag, a desire to improve yourself, to go on your own spiritual quest, to know yourself, to understand yourself. But what I ask of you with this is to look at your beliefs. This is the big thing. Jupiter and Sag is about, what do you believe? Because for me, what you believe, you conceive, right? Anything I can think, I create. That is Buddha. Anything I can think, I can bring into reality. So that's why I don't buy into the white noise of the fluoride and the immunization and the, you know, do I still make very educated decisions on everything? Of course. I'm fucking aware and aligned as fuck, man. That's the only way I live my life. But I do not let the white noise of that be a belief system for me, because then I'll create shit, right? So whatever I believe to be true is. Full stop. Period. Whatever I believe to be true is. So this year, look at your beliefs. Really dive into them. Whose beliefs are they? Are they the yoga teacher who wants to drink the green smoothies and do the headstands on the beach and have the perfect Instagram? I tell you, I have unfollowed about 200 people this year, because that's the entertainment industry. Where are your beliefs coming from? Where are your ideas and your ideals coming from? Yeah? Are they coming from parents, society, teachers, just what you've always thought without questioning? This is the year for that. This is the year to change your beliefs, to change your mind. If there was any year to just change your mind and start believing something differently, this is the year. And hey, here's a hot tip. Start believing in yourself. Let that be a belief, because that's something that holds very strong to me. I can listen to people's opinions or tell me, oh, this entity got me, or I need to protect myself. And I go, that's nice. I do not believe that for 1 minute. I do not believe in that crazy ass shit, right? And I never have. For 20 years of this industry with me, never. I've got nothing to protect myself from. The universe, right? I'm at one with it. I'm aligned to it. There's nothing out there getting me or attaching themselves to me. Clearing the energy, knowing your own space, knowing your own self, knowing your own soul. What you believe, you create in every aspect of your life. So I ask you to dive deep into the beliefs this year. Okay. We have been here for a while. I'm going to talk about the numerology of the year, and then I'm going to talk about the crystals. I will come back and be back to doing my monthly vlogs again from March. And in March, I'll talk real strongly about Uranus in Taurus, because this is a really big thing happening. But let's talk about the numerology. So we're in a 3-year numerologically. So 2 + 0 + 1 + 9 is 12, which is 3. 1 and 2 is 3, obviously. Now, I love the 3. Everything for me comes in 3s, yeah? That's just how it is. If I see one spider, I'm like, shit, I'm going to see 2 more. You know, if one thing happens, I know that 2 more things will happen to complete that. The triangle, you know, these 3 points, the Trinity, the trilogy, the divine 3, like there's so many things that have to do with 3. Yeah, the Holy Ghost, Spirit, and I don't know all of these things. There's lots of them out there, but it's all the things in 3. In the liquid crystals, we take the trinity of liquid crystals. In our name, we have a trinity. You know, movies come in trilogies. There's, you know, the mother, the maiden, and the crone. You know, there's all this stuff around 3 energy. So the 3 energy is, I find it, the 2 is the balance, but I find the 3 also balanced in a different way. It's very, very creative, obviously, but the 3 for me feels, I don't know, like the perfect divine alignment. And, you know, when we're looking at sacred geometry, there's lots of triangles, and, well, there's lots of circles actually as well. Anyway, let's not go down that path because I'll be talking about that forever. But the 3 is the third chakra, which is these beautiful babies, the solar plexus. I feel like the solar plexus is like a big sunflower. So this year is about the mind, the intellect, many short journeys. It does feel lighter, and it's perfect to go with Jupiter and Sagittarius. It's social, it's fun, it's about relearning, studying, challenging the mind. It's all about the mind. It's, you know, the 3rd zodiac sign is Gemini. So it's communication, speaking, collecting ideas, collecting information, collecting knowledge, which is perfect as well because Jupiter is about knowledge and wisdom. So it's about communicating. Maybe you're going to go and study. Maybe you're going to go back to uni. Maybe you're going to become a teacher. This is the year to be doing these things. Maybe publish a book, write, read, discover, relearn, rewrite. These are the themes. Expand the mind. Words are like magic. You know, a 3 year is going to give us new perspectives. It's going to bring joy. It's the most social, I find, numerology year. Very social, friends, family, fun. Yeah, laughter, childlike wonder. I often talk about people's personal 3 years as if it's like you're a child in a kid in a candy store, or in a toy shop, or, you know, someone in a bookstore or a crystal shop or something. Something that brings you joy and childlike awe. So that's goes perfectly with everything I just said about Jupiter in Sag. Questioning your beliefs, questioning where they came from, and actually rewriting them, learning new things, looking at life with new vision, with new lenses. Can you change the lens in which you see and live your life? Because that's very much about the 3. Also, it's about paying attention to the details, so focusing on all those nooks and crannies of who you are, discovery, lots of ideas streaming in, self-improvement. It's all about, obviously, communication, speaking your truth, new projects. So study something that opens your mind, broadens, expands, and grows you. This year, those things are prevalent. Expanding the mind, doing and studying and learning something that grows you, that gets you closer to who you really are, closer to home, closer to the self. I've been saying this for years, and it comes from a beautiful teacher of mine, Brandon Bays. And she said, call off the search. You are at home. And everything that we have been working toward on a spiritual, if I have to say that word, level, this is the time. This is the time. These are the energies that we are preparing for. And I suppose that's why I feel so at home, because I've walked through the fire many times and I've been doing the work for 20 years. So walking through this fire, walking and initiating and reinitiating and Phoenix, like this energy feels like home for me. I actually feel like I was born for these times. I feel like these times are made for me. I feel like I'm at the front row of a roller coaster and just enjoying the ride. I feel like I'm the driver. I'm not in the passenger seat, or I'm not all the way at the back carriage of the train. I'm up the front, holding strong, sovereign, knowing who I am because of the work that I've done. I don't speak like this very often, but this Pluto square has really pushed me to be completely real and raw and vulnerable, more than I've ever been, and I'm always those things. So this video is, it's just exposed. It's just about being exposed, right? So yes, the thing to watch with the 3-year, and because also Jupiter squaring Neptune 3 times, is your own mental stability, because there can be illusions. What you think is really happening in reality, which is this earth energy, and what you are hoping, what you're hoping and wishing and dreaming for, but nothing's really coming about for that. So being unrealistic this year will not serve you. It won't make you feel good. It will end not well. Realism is the key this year. Realism, being realistic. Obviously, we have our usual eclipses. We have eclipse season in January and July this year. We end the year in December too with an eclipse as well. We have a beautiful black moon on the 30th of August, which is the second new moon of a month. So I, hopefully might be able to do something special then, maybe some sort of ceremony or something. Our Mercury retrogrades are in March, July and October, all in water signs. Again, in my beautiful navigation kit, I've written all about the retrogrades. I've written about so much. So all of that is happening as well. All of the home signs stuff, power, 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 power. Let's talk about these crystals. Now, firstly, 2019 itself, when I just write in numerologically 2019, look what bloody crystal comes up. Earth Embrace. City 10, all about the physicality, my friends, with all of this Earth Pig, Saturn, Pluto, the South Node, Venus at the moment, she's just moved into Capricorn. Mercury has moved out of Capricorn. He has been in Capricorn for the beginning of this year. Uranus moving into Taurus. If you are an Earth sign, these especially if you're a Taurus or a Virgo, I think all of this Capricorn energy is trining, so making a really harmonious and powerful aspect to your sun. If you're like me, you are probably feeling alive, like fucking alive, man. Like I've never felt more alive in my life. And again, you just cannot make this up. Seriously, how incredible is life and the universe? That I put in 2019, and numerologically, my hair's all crazy because I'm all sweaty, and I put in 2019 and it comes to lodestone. You wait, I did this after I channeled my 3 crystals. So you wait till you see my 3 crystals. So I just wanted to give a little bit about the lodestone. So lodestone is magnetic. It draws to you what you want. Again, it's about materializing things. It actually draws that. It draws to you what you need to grow. So that's a person, activity, whatever, right? It draws to you what you're needing. It is magnetic. It draws things to you. If things are lost, lodestone can help you find them. And that means, are you lost? Lodestone can help you find yourself. If you have lost your path, your life force, and of course this is all liquid crystal information that I'm giving here from Justin. If you have lost your life path, your life force, motivation and drive, lodestone is your key, because what lodestone does, it stabilizes and energizes, bringing everything into balance, and it is all about being grounded. Now, if you're feeling dizzy, insomnia, vertigo, headaches, nosebleeds, shoulders, all that neck and shoulder pain, lodestone, yeah? If you're feeling unanchored, lodestone, yeah? Lodestone is the crystal of the elementals. It's all about the earth. The purpose is earth embrace. She gives you new concepts to be revealed, and can help you manifest and bring into material what you are desiring, drawing to you what you need to materialize it. So that is 2019. But my 3 crystals that I channeled aren't that, but look at the colours. Yeah? Amazing, amazing. So the first crystal that I channeled was gold. And goes so nicely with these beautiful sunny flowers. Gold. The totem animal is the eagle. Now, gold will activate the soul star and stellar gateway chakras, which are the higher chakras. But I'm telling you right now, if you are not doing work with your earth star chakra, which is one of our other crystals, and lodestone, you cannot even access the stellar gateway and the soul star chakra, because the anchoring of the earth star chakra below our feet is paramount in materializing, earthing, grounding, manifesting, and being stable. Yeah, like everyone thinks, oh, you're ungrounded. Ungrounded means someone who is mentally unstable. And I'm telling you, the spiritual community is full of ungrounded people. Putting your feet on the earth is grounding, yes. Bare feet on the earth every day, hug a tree, lay down, you know, let Pachamama hug you, right? Every day. But that's not being mentally grounded. Can that bring you into that alignment? Of course, of course. Nature is free and she heals you, yeah? Go to her, because she will give you all the answers you need. But being actually mentally unstable and ungrounded that's a mental thing. And so this year there will be a lot of that with the 3-year, with Jupiter and Neptune playing out, and with gold, which I've channeled through as well. It's about the mental. You can't receive and ground in stuff if you're unstable. Yeah. So gold is actually Christ consciousness energy. The totem is the eagle, so it's about rising above, a new perspective, looking at things, bigger picture, right? Bigger picture. Am I going to go for that fish, or am I going to hold on to that little tiny drama, or I'm going to wait over here for, you know, a bigger feed or whatever? You know, I'm just trying to be an eagle here. This is soul consciousness stuff here. Gold is amazing. Gold is such a beautiful crystal. So I'll share a bit of stuff about gold. She gives you vitality, regeneration, power, recharges you if you're depleted, helps you to trust, empowers you, connects you to your confidence and your individual path. She purifies you, and gold will detoxify your body on all levels if you're feeling like you've got toxicity. I know some people with gold, and they always have like a lot of eczema, or they have a lot of skin conditions. They need gold. Sulfur is obviously also perfect for skin conditions, but gold is very good for it too. Gold helps you to shine your inner beauty forth. If you feel like you've lost your own inner beauty, your ability to see your own inner beauty, if you have a lowered protection in your nervous system, which actually opens you up and allows negativity, tension, stress, disease, and toxicity to enter you, gold can help you with that. She's very healing. She's like a homeopathic remedy, really. If you feel that you are not spiritual and that you don't believe in spirit, that you've forgotten your own spiritual connection, that you have forgotten your own light, gold. She helps you to regenerate all aspects of the self, infuses desire to know your spirit and to grow. She is about spiritual growth, and she's also a very high self-love crystal. So anyone wanting the self-love stuff, all about gold. She helps you to review your goals and stay on your true path of growth. She is beautiful. She lets your potential shine. And I love gold. And of course, it's Ra, the sun god. And it is the 3rd chakra. And you look at the color. You know, we've got Lodestone 2019. Then the next crystal is amber. And I've already got the 3 crystals for 2020. They just came, whoa. And I will be getting the 2020 overview out in December. Don't you worry about that. And then Boji stone is the 3rd. So like these colors here, grounding, nourishing, earth, solar plexus, trust yourself, get to know yourself, do the solar plexus work, love her, rub her, trust, power, yeah? Amber is the next one. Amber is a very physical crystal. We know amber is a resin that can be on trees for eons, right? It can have beautiful insects inside of it. Amber is about warmth, Laughter. That's what she represents, is laughter. And actually, amber is about being real with yourself, being honest with your feelings. So those people that laugh when they should cry, amber can help. So people that laugh away their problems, I know people who, they just laugh when they're going through a hard time. They're always laughing. They're masking the pain. They're masking the truth of the situation. They're masking the hurt and the grief. They do not want to face it, so they laugh. But then there's the opposite, that if you don't laugh enough, amber can bring laughter into your life. Yeah. If you are too teary and you are lacking love in your life, maybe easily depressed, choosing tears and feeling trapped in life, amber can help you as well. So like I said, more laughter is needed or too much. So this will mask the truth. Obstacles are laughed away, which again, masking the truth, the reality. So amber is a very good crystal to work with if you feel like that is you. Yeah. She assists you to live honestly. She gives you wise choices. She helps you to find joy in the physical life, helps you to search out new paths in life as well. She's great for animal communication. It's all about courage, light, and again, the grand central sun. So amber is a beautiful, beautiful crystal. And last but not least is Boji stone. And guess what? Oh, and so amber, the totem animals for all of them. Lodestone is the worm, of course, like, hello, worm, earth. Gold is the eagle. Amber is the duck, so there's two birds there. And Boji stone, before I just get all this information, can't make this up, the pig. This is my higher purpose as well. So if your name's Tiani or Michelle or Zenadia, which is my eldest daughter, or Taylor, there's not many with this one. It's not one of the most popular ones. I think I can remember about 5 or 6 names or 6 or 7 names with my name Trinity, Boji stone. But if your name is Hayley, Haylee, Boji stone is your higher purpose. And if your name is Oprah, your higher purpose is also Boji stone. Boji stone, the pig, the year of the pig, it's the number 4 in the liquid crystals, all about balance. This is all about balance, align and clear. This is about the masculine and feminine being out of balance, favouring thought or emotion. So Boji stone is all about bringing everything into alignment and bringing everything into balance. Boji stone, if you've got them, there's a male and a female, because it's about merging the two bodies, merging the mind and the heart, merging the masculine and the feminine, merging emotion and thought, merging everything to be whole, because that's what Boji is about. It's about being whole, yeah? And holding the masculine and feminine Boji stones and laying on the earth, I'm telling you, is an amazing practice. Now, if you have no earth in your chart, Boji stone is the crystal for you. You need Boji stone, and to work with it, inexplicably, it's the right word, I think. You know what I mean. You need Boji stone if you've got no earth in your chart. So Boji stone is super spiritual. Realigns, heals, reconnects, balances you, integrates, she regenerates, very much about telepathy, of course, alignment, equality between the thoughts and emotions. Boji stone is an all-purpose healer. So interestingly, you've got gold, which heals physically, and so does Boji stone. So any physical stuff Boji stone is good for. What I also love about Boji stone is he balances, aligns, and clears all the energetic bodies and chakras just naturally. He removes all the blockages, anything, you know, I meet some people that have got sort of holes in their aura or blocked auras, blocked energy. Boji stone's really good for actually clearing, healing, and bringing into alignment all of those things. And what I also love about Boji stone is clears the muddy water, clears the muddy parts. And it's funny because obviously this is my name, my higher purpose in my name, Trinity. And I say to most of my clients that are going through a tough time that it's an old Zen proverb, and it's when muddy water left sit becomes clear. And that very much is Boji stone. You have to stop splashing about in the muddy water before it can become clear. You must just stand still. In stillness, clarity prevails, yeah? So that is what Boji stone represents to me. And And I feel that those crystals all come together so perfectly for 2019. And if you decide to take them in a trinity, my order that I recommend is gold, then boji, then amber. And they are the crystals. So, my darlings, that is an hour and 10 minutes of my strong feelings and the potency of 2019. There's the crystals in there, the numerology, lots of astrology. There's more to come. Each month I'll be back, and I just want to wish you so much joy and fulfillment and deep awareness of self and soul this year, stepping into your sovereign self, yeah? Let's just leave with this. Discover yourself, otherwise you have to depend on other people's opinions who don't know themselves. You can't seek approval on your way to sovereignty. You have greatness within you. Let go of control and let life have its way with you. All of those quotes sort of sum up this energy so well of 2019. My heart is so open. There is so much magic here. So much magic. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you if you got all the way to the end of this. I hope that there were many, many gold nuggets that have brought awareness to you to help you navigate and co-create a phenomenal year ahead. You are the key in your life. You are the manifester. And when you master yourself, you master the universe. These are the times we've been waiting for. So much love, so much love to you all. I can't express that deeply enough. Very deep down. Thank you.